Hey guys, what's up? JP McDaniel here. Welcome to Esports Weekly, where we break down all of the current esports and what's going on this week. This episode is only going to be for Starcraft 2. Still kind of working on figuring out how I can incorporate fighters, Dota 2, and League of Legends. Monte Cristo was running a little bit late today, and I just needed to go ahead and do this. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on with Starcraft 2 this week as we jump to Monday. And that is, of course, going to be tonight. The MLG vs. Pro League is going down right at 7 p.m. EST. We have Naniwa versus Flash, Thorzane versus Hero, and the community choice matches were chosen. However, I was not able to update the graphic right away. The biggest match, of course, I think that a lot of fans are going to want to watch is Huck going up against Jaedong. Now, Huck is actually 5-11 but in terms of win-loss, but he's second place in the North American division, or I guess tied for first really with Hawk and Vibe. All of them are at 5-11. Jaedong currently sits about middle right now in the Pro League. He's 11-7, so that's going to be kind of an interesting match. Naniwa versus Flash, that's going to be a pretty big match for fans that want to watch that, but I don't know if Naniwa is going to... it's going to be tough. Flash is 17-1 right now in the standings for this tournament. Naniwa, he's 9-7, still in first though for Europe. Now, on the other side of things, we have the Evil Geniuses Masters Cup. We've got Fnatic going up against Team Liquid. Team Liquid is third right now in that tournament. They're 3-1, tied for second. I guess you could say for Team Dignitas 3-1 as well. Dignitas being 11-8, Team Liquid being 11-9. So that's where second and third comes into place. Fnatic is sitting at 7th place. They're 2-2 with a win-loss of 9-8. So not that competitive of a match. Let's go ahead and turn on to Tuesday. I would say definitely watch the MLG versus Pro League tonight. That's going to probably be the best place to catch the best games for StarCraft 2. As we move on to Tuesday, we can start the day pretty early. Of course, 5:10 a.m. Eastern. We've got Code A round of 32. Pretty big day. We've got Alive versus MC. MC, of course, doing very, very well in the OSL, but when it comes to the GSL, well, he's fighting for his livelihood right now, and he's got a pretty hard opponent going up against Alive. That's going to be a pretty interesting match. The rest of them, not too good. I would definitely say catch Alive versus MC on VOD. Now, the big match, I think, OSL round of 4 is Rain. Rain is actually in a very unique spot because this week, as we'll see later in the calendar here, he has another match in the round of 4 of Code S, GSL. So that's going to be an awesome OSL round of 4 match. It kicks off at 6:30 a.m. EST. Rain versus Last. We'll have to see if he can take that out. That's going to be his first Terran opponent of the week. We'll see who his second is in just a little bit. Then tomorrow night on Tuesday, we've got EG's Masters Cup, Roxas versus Evil Geniuses. They are both... Evil Geniuses is 11th right now. They're 0-4. And Roxas is actually 4th. So Roxas should take that. Should be pretty competitive. IPL Fight Club is going to be the kind of big final event tomorrow night. Hyun versus Beyond. I do not feel... I feel sorry, I guess is the best way to say it, for those casters, because that's going to be an annoying match. Hyun is the 8-time champion, and Beyond's, I think TVZ is actually not that strong, so he could probably be the 9th champion. I would say if you're going to watch any matches on Tuesday, definitely watch the VOD of Rain versus Last if you do not catch it live. Moving right on to... moving right on to Wednesday here. We've got Code S round of 4. This is the biggest match of the week. If you do not watch any other match this week, watch this. Rain versus MVP is going to be insane. There is an awesome preview by Grubby over on Team Liquid, which I will link in the comments of this thread, that really hypes up this match. It is huge because we have basically Rain, the biggest Pro League player right now in terms of skill level and just everything. And MVP, kind of the guy that, as GSL fans, have just known to become as the best. He is an awesome Terran. That is going to be an awesome match. Goes on at 5:10 a.m. Wednesday morning. Catch the VOD of that. Catch it live. Catch it any way you can. It is going to be an insane match. Later that night, we got the Evil Geniuses Masters Cup. Once again, Dignitas versus Slayers. That is an awesome match as well. Slayers is number 1 right now, 4-0 in the group stage. Team Dignitas, second place, 3-1. going to be a pretty tough match, but I think Slayer should probably take that, just kind of going side by side. NASL kicks off again on Wednesday. It's going to be week 3, I believe. We've got Moro versus Hasselhoffs, Huck versus Live, Rhett versus Artha, and Masa versus Dong Regu. As we take a real quick look at the standings, or I guess I take a real quick look at the standings. Huck and Masa right now are 2nd and 3rd, so it's some pretty big matches. Alive is 7th at 0-2. It's going to be a huge match for Huck. If he can take him out there, he will tie Polt. And I believe this is Polt's week off. Yeah, so Polt has a week off here, meaning Huck could actually tie for 1st place. So Huck versus Alive, definitely going to be the biggest match there. Masa is in 3rd place, 1-1 going up against DRG. That's going to be a very, very tough match. I would say match of the day, match of the week, Reign versus MVP. Catch it any way possible. Let's move ahead on to Thursday, as we've got more Code A round of 32 action. Day 2, Sparta versus Shy. Bogus Bomber, Trap Supernova, and good lord, that guy's name versus Gumiho. Pretty interesting matches here. I definitely want to see what happens with Bomber, Supernova, and Gumiho. They've been kind of staples in the GSL that we've really been watching for a lot of seasons, and this is kind of their last stand, possibly. So that's going to be pretty interesting to watch. Evil Geniuses has Complexity versus Acer going on. As we take a look at the standings, Complexity is sitting at 10th. Acer is sitting at 8th. Not that competitive of a match. Doesn't really mean all that much in turn. I mean, they all mean something, but you're not fighting for 1st or 1st through 4th place. NASL has got some cool matches. Naniwa versus Galaxy. Select versus Puma. And Puzzle versus TLO. Standing-wise, Naniwa is in 3rd right now. He's going up against Galaxy, who's currently in 6th. 1-1 and 1-2 respectively there. I would say if you had to kind of catch any of these matches, first off, watch Reign versus MVP if you have not yet. Second off, I'd say watch NASL. The production value over there is good enough to just go ahead and watch it. I don't think Complexity versus Acer is going to be all that interesting, to be honest, over at the Evil Geniuses Cup. Now, let's move on to Friday. Another big day here. However, I cannot preview the matches for you because MLG versus Pro League does not pick their matches until the middle of the week. It's probably going to be awesome matches, though, just big star-studded names over there in that tournament. IPL Team League has Dignitas versus Team Empire. Evil Geniuses Master Cup has Mal Sports versus Quantic. And, of course, NASL is going to round out the day there with some pretty interesting matches. Just going by the matches alone, I think let's take a look here. In the Evil Geniuses Masters Cup, Mal Sports is dead last, going up against Quantic, who is 9th. So I'd say probably not all that exciting. If you haven't watched IPL in a while, they're doing great stuff over there. I'd say check out Dignitas versus Team Empire. NASL also has some great matches with Mana going up against Hero. That's going to be pretty awesome to watch, as well as Gonzi versus Violet. Should be a fun little TVZ. Check out MLG versus Pro League, though. The matches should be really, really good. However, like I said, I cannot know ahead of time what they're going to be because MLG does not pick them ahead of time. As we move on to Saturday, we've got more Evil Geniuses Masters Cup and NASL. Saturday and Sunday are kind of dying down here in terms of what is shown. Simply because there's not really any big tournaments, but that's all going to change very, very soon here as we head into October and November, where everyone is having kind of their end-of-the-year finals. Regardless, Evil Geniuses Masters Cup, Root versus Empire. Root currently sitting at 6th. Empire sitting at 5th. It's a pretty interesting match there. Both teams at 2-2. Win-loss is 11-7 for Empire, 10-9 for Root Gaming. Might see a little bit of a shift there in the center of the group stage. Meanwhile, over at NASL, this is going to be a huge match to watch for. MC versus Vibe. Right now, Vibe is at 2-0 in 1st place with 5 points. MC tied for that in 1st place at 2-0 with 5 points as well. That is going to be an awesome, awesome match to see what goes on. Last week, I believe Vibe ended up taking out his opponent, which I think was Tasia, and I kind of wrote that off. So definitely check out that match. MC versus Vibe is going to be an insane match. Really big match for North America because, you know, if Vibe wins that, sure it's online, sure it's not LAN, you can always make those excuses. But it's Vibe beating MC, really making a stance, really making a name for himself once again after doing so well this entire year for the NA scene. So I'd say watch NASL, if not just for that first match. Watch the rest of the stuff because NASL is awesome. And finally, on Sunday, we've got TT1 versus Finale, DeMuslim versus Sin, Demaga versus MMA, Stefano versus Night End. There are a lot of different show matches that just kind of pop up throughout the week that I can't put in here. I definitely say look for some of that on Sunday because there have really been some awesome show matches. In terms of shows, Tuesday you've got Inside the Game. Wednesday you've got Live on 3 as well as the Good Studio show. Thursday, I'm actually doing a podcast here with Jenna Bain and Red Eye. It's going to be kind of a one-off podcast. We just want to get on, and I haven't had the chance to really talk that much lately because I haven't been doing State of the Game. So we're going to do it on Thursday. That is going down at, I believe, 4 Eastern on Thursday. That's 10 o'clock CEST. So I did the math there on the head. Never do math on camera, as Apollo always says. But that's going to do it here for Esports Weekly. Let me know what you guys thought. I tried to kind of put some more storylines into this and really mix it up a little bit. Still working on some more graphics and still working on how I can incorporate the rest of the game. So that's it here for Esports Weekly. I'm going to go play War of the Roses on stream over at twitch.tv/itmeJP. Tonight we're playing Dishonored as it comes out, I believe, at 11 o'clock Central. Cannot wait for that. We will see you guys then.